I'm Keith Reynolds, host of Morning Coffee. I'm here with my show host, Charlene Chamberlain. Char, we've had a very exciting show so far.
I know, two wonderful guests.
Yes, two wonderful guests, and I think we're ready for our third guest.
We are. We need a little health and wellness here.
Yes, we do.
Our guest is Ramona Fasula, and her
right.
company is called Wellness by Ramona.
Very cool.
Welcome
very
to Morning
cool.
Coffee.
Now,
Thank you
I
so
would have
much.
brutalized that if I said that. So,
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, welcome, Ramona. So, you know what? Tell us a little bit about your business.
Yeah, what do you do?
Well, I am a certified holistic health coach and started my company about 5 years ago. My background is actually in finance, and I lost my job in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people, and I thought, oh my God, what am I going to do now? Because finance was all I knew. And then someone said to me, you know, what are you talking about? You're great with people. You've always been into health and fitness. She said, find a nutrition program and start your own business. So that's what I did. The next day I enrolled in nutrition school. One certification led to another, and here I am.
Very cool. Very
Wow.
cool. So now you said you enrolled a nutritionist. What is it?
It's the Institute for Integrated Nutrition
Is that in New York?
It's in New York, yeah.
Okay. So now when you get out of school, what are you able to do?
So as a certified holistic health coach, we are well versed in all kinds of dietary theories. But the thing is, when you're working with a health coach, we're motivators. And
Yeah.
motivation is a big problem with a lot of people. So not only are we motivators, but we're trained to see what the blocks are that are preventing people from reaching their health goals.
Right.
And then we help them get over those blocks.
Health goals meaning diet or dietary changes,
Weight loss, yeah. Yeah.
And I like that too, because I think, like, you know, they always say work out with the buddy and do this with the buddy.
It helps.
Pushes you.
It helps a
Yeah.
little, but I'd rather have someone that is not emotionally tied to my emotions helping me. So to me, like, you know, maybe a friend might say, let's go sneak out and get a
beer.
or get some
And-
ice cream.
no, donuts.
And yeah, donuts that are in the next room. And
Right.
you know what? Ramona's going to be like, no, Keith, get back over there and eat yourself.
Right,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
That's right. I hold the
That-
person accountable, and
Right.
Yeah.
that's a big thing too. Being
Yeah.
held accountable
Of
for what
course.
you're doing. But I customize programs based on whatever the client's needs are. I've worked with people that have had cancer, diabetes, heart disease is my specialty, fibromyalgia, you name it.
Okay.
I've worked with a lot of different people with a lot of different conditions over the years.
Now, would a client come to your office and meet with you? Walk us through exactly what would happen if we were to contact you to work with us.
I travel around and I meet with clients wherever they want at their convenience.
Okay.
So right now I have my private clients and I'm branching out into corporate wellness as well. So I kind of looked at the most stressful industries out there.
And they
Wow.
are?
Law firms,
Oh,
financial services.
how about
engineering
television
firms.
studios?
That could be one as well, you never know.
Do I look
No.
stressed today? I think I look okay.
So branching out into corporate wellness, and it's exciting and it's so needed. It's so needed. I mean, employees are just so stressed out,
Right.
and they really need that guidance.
Yeah.
And it's costing companies a lot of money.
And
Well,
probably
well,
sick time.
Yeah, I mean, people
Absolutely.
people
Yeah.
don't realize it. You know, as you know, being from the corporate world, you know, and I was on the back end of the HR, but you know, these companies look at, you know, how much health the health insurance is costing them. You
The
know,
sick days
the
that
sick
employees
days.
are taking.
You know, am I sitting there
Prescription.
watching these
Yeah.
people go out and smoke cigarettes,
On their
be
breaks.
really overweight, and then I'm sitting there saying, why am I paying for their health insurance?
That's exactly what's happening.
And I know a lot of people out there think, no, they can't think like that. There's laws. No, companies will do it to you.
Yeah.
You know, they'll find a way to get rid of you.
There are actually some companies now that don't hire somebody that smokes. So I think Mainline Health was the first to adopt that, and I think
Wow.
more companies are going to follow suit with that because it is costing the company a lot of money. It's leading to heart disease and other
Many other health issues,
serious
yeah.
chronic conditions.
Right.
So yeah.
Well, and then also it's, you know, the efficiency factor. I mean, look, I'm not going to say my old corporate job. I had to watch this guy who was going out for cigarette breaks. We figured out over a week he was spending 20 hours out smoking a cigarette.
Wow.
That's a lot.
That's a
That's
lot.
half a work week.
That's
yeah.
insane. What we actually caught him on video constantly being out. So, and you know, on top of it, you know what, he'd leave work early because he was tired because he was out smoking. You know, he was the one with the fast food on his desk all the time. So, I mean, it's really big. So let's talk a little bit about the food industry,
Okay.
okay? Because that's big to me. You know, do you kind of steer people away from anything in cans and stuff like
All
that?
the processed
Sugar,
junk.
sodium.
Sugar's the enemy, and I tell everybody that. Sugar breeds cancer. So really, plant-based is really what I teach people. I don't force it on people, I educate people. I
Right.
don't judge, I don't
Right.
force things on people, I just educate them. But so many studies out there have shown that a plant-based diet is the healthiest diet.
Right.
Because you're not getting all the cholesterol and saturated fat
Right.
that you're getting in meat.
And processed.
And you're getting all the vitamins and nutrients and antioxidants that you need from plant-based food. So that's the healthiest type of diet that's out there, in my opinion.
Now, superfoods. I mean, I knew that was like a big thing. You know, look,
Chia seeds.
I eat my chia seeds. Oh,
Yes.
boy. I eat my chia seeds, and with my yogurt, you know, so I get my probiotics.
Yes.
Yeah, probiotics. So I get my probiotics. I mix them with my chia seeds, even though I still kind of freaks me out that I see like that chia commercial in my head. You know,
But it's the same
chia!
seed.
It's the same
It's
seed.
the same thing. People didn't
Oh
realize
my
that
God!
chia pet.
I didn't. I
It
did.
is.
It
It's
is.
the chia pet.
Someone told me at Whole Foods. They were like,
It
you
is.
know,
Right.
that's a, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. So.
Who would have thought?
Chia seeds are amazing. The
are.
ancient Aztecs used to use chia seeds thousands of years ago to protect the health of their civilization. Chia seeds are amazing.
They
give
are
you
amazing.
energy. They prevent heart disease, diabetes, cancer. Plenty of omega-3, so it's great for
Yes.
heart and brain
Yeah,
health.
the omega-3s. That's you
Amazing.
know, and that's why because I can't like when I take the fish oils, they're really good for you too, where you get the omega-3s.
Yep.
But they make you burp a lot. The chia seeds don't.
If you,
You know,
get a
that-
really, really good brand, and I can recommend one for you, you will not have that problem.
Really?
And I think the other thing you need to do is make sure you have enough food in your system for that to actually
Does this look like a miss a
process it.
meal?
Well, don't get up in the morning and just take your fish oil on an empty stomach.
No, no.
I
That's
want
what
to
I'm
take it in the
saying.
morning, and here's advice that a lot of people don't know. So between 10 and 2 is at night is when you want to take fish oil. So before you go to
Really?
bed, that's when your liver absorbs it.
Wow.
So a lot
Okay.
of people will take it in the morning, but I always tell them, no, you want to take it between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. So
That's
right before
very
you go to bed.
interesting.
We just had a water
Okay.
conversation too, and it was suggested that, you know, a lot of people say they don't want to have any beverages or any water after 5 or 6 o'clock because they'll be getting up during the middle of the night. But if you drink water later in the evening, you're prone, and it actually has better absorption ratio in your body.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
We don't drink enough water as a society.
No.
No.
And it could lead to a lot of serious things.
I drink enough water. I drink.
That's
That's all
good.
I do. Is I drink water. Besides my coffee or my tea, I drink a lot of fluids. But I think that's important. So you know, back with the superfoods. Do you see anything coming out new for superfoods? It seems like
Trend? Anything
the
trending
trending
right now?
out there.
Well,
It
the,
was
the
kale
chia
for a while.
seeds are huge right now, and of course your flax seeds.
Flax
as well, which
seeds
is
was
great for heart
another
health.
one that was out there.
I'm just trying to think of what I take
because
every day.
yeah, I mean because it was the seeds, and then there was a couple oils they were talking about. They weren't really like
Coconut oil?
Coconut
Coconut
oil.
oil, yeah.
There's a new one that was out.
I use coconut oil. I saute vegetables in
Mm-hmm.
coconut oil. There's been a lot of debate on coconut oil, and the truth is it's a medium chain triglyceride. It is a saturated fat, but it's a healthy saturated fat. So
Right.
people hear saturated fat and they think, oh, well, I can't do
can't
that.
use
It's going
it.
to cause heart disease.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. It's very, very healthy. And they actually did studies of civilizations that use coconut as a main staple. No cases of heart disease at all. So coconut oil is really good for the heart.
Okay. You know what?
Good.
We have to take a commercial break, but when we come back, I want to continue more. You talked about saturated fats and stuff like that. I want to kind of talk about that because I think people don't really understand that.
The good fat.
The good fat versus the bad fat
fat
and stuff like that, and what's what with some
For
of the
independent
foods.
living
So
for
we'll be
seniors
right back
age
after this
62 and
commercial
over,
break.
People Inc. For independent living for seniors age 62 and over, People Inc. offers safe, maintenance-free apartments across Western New York. The affordable rent is income-based. For more information, call People Inc. Senior Living at 817-9090.
Looking for a cooking oil with a light flavor and reduced absorption so food preserves its natural flavor? One with a high smoke point for stir-frying, sautéing, grilling, and baking? Then choose all-natural Pompeian 100% grapeseed oil, imported from France. Grapes have been a key ingredient of the healthy Mediterranean diet for years. Pompeian 100% grapeseed oil is the chef's choice for high-heat cooking, grilling, stir-frying, sautéing, or even deep frying. And Pompeian 100% grapeseed oil is great for baking too, because its delicate taste does not overwhelm the flavor of cakes, cookies, and other favorite recipes. A key traditional ingredient of the Mediterranean, grapeseed oil is a rich source of vitamin E antioxidant and naturally gluten-free. Buy imported Pompeian 100% grapeseed oil today and find great recipes at Pompeian.com.
Wait, don't let this happen to you. At Jan Fence, we're family owned and operated for over 50 years, providing a wide choice of fencing. Why wait online at the big box store? Just call Jan Fence. Ask about our Easy Fence to Go products by Active Yards, the first truly do-it-yourself fence product.
At Jan Fence, we always do what we say. Come see us today.
Step into an extraordinary world that will excite your senses. Experience our delectable Mughlai cuisine and the magic of tandoori savoir-faire. Let our international award-winning team delight you with a taste of heaven. Enjoy our mouth-watering flavors and our unique flair for excellence. Savor the elegance of fine dining and catering. Shazam Restaurant. Indulge your taste buds.
And we're back. I'm Keith Reynolds, host of Morning Coffee. I'm here with my show host, Charlene Chamberlain. And you know what, Char? We're here with Ramona, but I'm not going to try to brutalize her last name. Fasula. Fasula.
That's right.
Nice Irish name.
Nice
That's
Irish
right.
name. So, Ramona, we were talking about, before the break, we were talking about fatty acids.
Good fat versus
Good fat,
bad
bad fats. I think people think that, to stop heart disease, I have to get rid of all the fats in my diet, no matter what. That's not necessarily true.
No.
Okay, so let's talk about that. What's a good fat?
Okay. Things like avocados.
Love avocados.
Oh, avocados.
Oh, my
so
gosh.
clean tasting.
Yeah, and you know what? You can make a nice thing of guacamole.
Mm.
I just
Healthy chips.
right out of the.
Yeah,
just
slice
cut
up
them in
some it's great to put on toast in the morning. Put some avocados on there, some pumpkin seeds, a little bit of sea salt. Tastes really, really good. But
I knew where I'm going. I'm going to her house.
I have some at my house.
I love
it's good
that.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Okay.
So the saturated fat is what you're finding in meat products. In addition to the saturated fat and cholesterol, if you're not buying organic, you're getting all the antibiotics and the hormones that are in there as well, and that's causing people to gain weight, and it's not healthy.
Well, I think some of it is too. It's really strange. We shouldn't have to pay more for
Healthy food.
foods.
I agree.
You know what I mean? It's
Crazy.
It's like we're kind of upside down with everything. So I think that's a big part of it too.
Yeah.
I was actually reading something that at Whole Foods the prices are starting to come down a little bit. And I
Good.
said this a few years ago. I said, well, once everybody kind of catches on
And they buy it.
it's going to
It's
push
like
the price
buying.
down.
The masses are buying
That's
now.
right.
Absolutely.
So it will become more popular.
That's
They
interesting
can order
you
more
said that.
product in.
I never thought about that because they're probably paying for the cost to get it there and
Yes.
everything, just
And
like
they're not
everybody
buying
else,
it-
but they're probably buying it from a different.
Yeah, they're not buying in bulk quantity like
Right.
they would buy Cheerios.
So
or something.
keep buying good food so we can afford it.
Right.
That's the key. One of the other things we were talking about off a break too, you mentioned, before I spilled my coffee on me, you mentioned protein.
Yes.
That's another thing. If you were saying, if you're a vegetarian or whatever, how do you get it? How do you get it?
This is really interesting. There's actually more protein in plant food than animal food. So if you look at things like kale, we talked about that on the
Kale.
break as well. Kale, 49% protein.
Right.
Nobody associates
Feels great.
kale with protein and vegetables with protein,
No.
but the truth is you're getting more. If you look at things like chicken and beef, it's about 25-26% protein, but you're getting more in things like kale. Cauliflower has 39% protein. There's so many different sources of protein. Even your chia seeds are a good source of protein as
Yeah.
well.
And you know what? I think that people are even moving away from chicken because of all the steroids and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Look, a chicken's only supposed to grow so big. I have a friend that grows chickens. Her chickens are
She
normal
grows
size.
them.
I mean, she raises them. You know, and you know what? It was really crazy.
Interesting.
You didn't need to. You don't have to have a rooster. You know that, like
No.
you do, but you don't have to. Like, it is really one of those theories. What came first, the chicken or the egg? They just lay them. I was amazed at that. I thought it was something a little different. But anyway, so but you know, her chickens are normal size. You know, when you start talking about growing a chicken like 3 times that size, something's wrong.
What are you feeding that
Absolutely.
chicken?
What are you feeding it?
Oh my
And you know
gosh.
what? And we're ingesting it.
Yeah.
And it's just cruel, the conditions that
Yeah.
they live under.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, I became a vegetarian for ethical reasons and for to be healthy as well. Plant-based diet is the way to go. It's
Okay.
a lot healthier than
Now, how long have you been vegetarian and vegan? Same thing, right?
You know, I would no.
Okay.
Vegan is
Ooh.
no animal products at all.
Okay.
I would say I'm more a pescatarian. I can't give up fish.
Okay.
Things like salmon, you're getting the omega-3s in the
I love
so
salmon.
that's really
Sushi.
important.
But then you really
so.
do have to watch where your fish is coming from too.
Farm raised, you know what?
Correct.
People think that it's like
Wild
farm
caught.
raised is. You know what? They showed me this chart. I was watching the show, and they actually feed the salmon in the farm raised things these
Pellets
pellets,
to make them
and they
orange.
have a color chart to see how bright. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
that's not good.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
it's
scary.
scary. It's really scary. You just have to be careful and get educated. There's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of different resources, so utilize them and
Okay.
learn.
So, what do you think? Like one of the biggest mistakes people get into when they're as far as
Trying to be healthy.
trying to be healthy?
One thing for sure, if you want to become a vegetarian or a vegan, you have to take a B12 supplement.
Yes.
Okay.
You only find B12 in animal products, so you're not going to get them in plant products. You have to supplement. And some people just think, okay, I'm going to become a vegetarian, and they don't think about things like that. B12 controls your whole nervous system, so it can lead to memory loss. It could lead to a lot of damage that cannot be reversible.
Right.
If you're lucky, it is reversible, but in some cases
Right.
it's not reversible. So it's pretty scary. So doing it right, getting educated and becoming a vegetarian or a vegan and doing it the right way, that's what I recommend.
Now-
That's why it's good to work with coaches
Yeah.
that know these things that can help.
Now, do you use or recommend any particular diet out there? I mean, is there a diet? I hate the word diet
I
because
know.
Plant-based. I would
Yeah.
say just plant-based.
just keep it simple. I mean, a lot of stuff is. We talked about gimmicks when we were talking real estate earlier this morning. I mean, there is a lot of gimmicks in the
Yes.
diet industry because I mean, let's face it. I mean, everything we're trying to get rid of and buying that product, it's probably something in there that you're getting addicted to.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Rule of thumb, I tell everybody, your plate should be half green leafy vegetables, a quarter beans, and a quarter grains. And that's how you stay healthy. Drink plenty of water,
Stay hydrated.
definitely stay hydrated, exercise, things like that.
You know
Just
what's
have enough
interesting
balance.
too? You talk about the plate. I think we interviewed Carla Hall a little while ago, and she was saying that Americans, we fill our plates up, and she says, Keith, the plate was all filled with chicken, right? Let's say, is the first bite just as good as the last bite, which is 30 bites later? And I said, of course so. And she goes, then why do we need to eat 30 bites? And I looked and I said, I don't know, because it's on my plate. So she said, also, she says, shrink the plate size. So that was
Absolutely.
really interesting too. So,
Portion sizes are huge
It's
today.
huge. It's
Even when you go out
huge.
to a restaurant, it's
Right.
the same thing. Just
I know.
just making the right choices. And when you do go to a restaurant, you can ask them to prepare your food a certain way.
Yep.
They want your business. They want you to come
Absolutely.
back. So they're going to accommodate you. Gluten-free is a big thing right now. Some restaurants have gluten-free options out there. If people were diagnosed with celiac disease 10, 15 years ago, there was hardly anything on the market that can help them. And now it's popping up all over the place.
that's
So it's a
twice
good
now
thing.
I've heard celiac disease in 2 weeks. Celiac disease is the what?
Celiac disease is you're missing an enzyme that you're not able to digest the wheat. And
Okay.
celiac disease, and this is the scary part, it manifests itself in different ways with different people. So doctors associate digestive issues with celiac disease. The truth is you can have neurological issues, you can get migraines, things like that, and doctors wouldn't even think to associate that with celiac disease. So unfortunately, a lot of people get diagnosed not until their 5th decade of life. And by that time, it does a lot of damage
Right.
to the small intestine.
Yeah.
But the good news is it can be reversed with a gluten-free diet.
Right.
And there are a lot of options that are out there.
Nice, nice.
I think we have
Well,
a commercial break.
Yeah, we have a commercial break. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
My name is Karonda Jones. I'm the owner of Kitty Academy of Mount Laurel, New Jersey. The 4 pillars of life essentials are developmentally appropriate curriculum, technology, health and fitness, and character education.
They give great attention to each child, and my kids are happy at the end of the day. Academically, exposing them to the state curriculum early, he's getting the exposure with the alphabet and the numbers and reading and writing, so I'm really confident in him going to the next level.
This year they did little pictures with the kids, and they made like popsicle sticks and made their own frames, and it had a little picture. They were holding a picture that said, "I love you, Daddy," and literally that morning I melted. Everybody's friends here. Yeah, it's not like he comes home every day crying about the bully. It's like everyone's buddies.
The worst part about Kitty Academy is trying to get my kids to come home at the end of the day. They have so much fun.
We had a little bit of technical difficulty.
But we're back.
We're back. I'm Keith Reynolds, host of Morning Coffee. I'm here with my co-host Charlene Chamberlain. La, 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 la. And we're here with our guest, Ramona Fasula.
Fasula.
Fasula. I almost
almost.
got it.
Almost.
Oh my God. So, come on, I get 1.5 stars today.
During the break, Ramona just mentioned that she wrote a book.
Yes, she did. Yeah.
So fill us in.
I did. It's called A Health Coach's Guide to Heart Health, and it's available right now on Amazon. And it's 11 steps to a healthy heart. So if you follow those 11 steps, you can't pick and choose. You have to follow them all, and you can prevent heart disease.
It's not a la carte.
It's not.
It's an
Okay.
11-step program.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Ramona, tell the viewers out there where they can find you.
Okay, my website is www.wellnessbyramona.com, and my name is spelled Ramona. Everybody gets that wrong.
Ramona.
You pronounce it wrong and they spell it wrong. So wellnessbyramona.com. You can find me on Facebook at Wellness by Ramona, and I also have a Twitter account as well. It's a great health coach.
Cool,
Wonderful.
cool. Well, we're going to take a commercial break, a true commercial break this time, 90 seconds. We'll be back with our next guest.